Today's Big Take breaks down the stark divide over U.S. corporate vaccine policies. Later this month, we're also expecting President Joe Biden to call a meeting on the global scarcity of vaccines. This is as the Delta variant threatens economic recovery for various parts of the world. Well, joining us now is one of the authors of the Big Take. Of course, he's our expert on COVID. He's Bloomberg Intelligence's Sam Fazeli. So, Sam, it does seem that actually a lot of companies are going at it different ways. So Cathay Pacific yesterday went as far as saying, look, if you're not vaccinated, you have to stop working for us. Others, even a lot more cautious about letting unvaccinated people in the office. Where's the divide?
Yeah, good morning, Francine, thank you for those very kind words. I mean, you've got to accept the fact that there are some places, some jobs where you cannot work from home. I mean, if you're an air stewardess or air steward, you can't really work from home. So then it becomes a bit more complicated. But in positions where you can work from home, I think I've seen some companies say, look, if you don't want to be vaccinated, they're not going to force you. You can work from home. I am not sure how that's going to pan out over the long term in terms of people maintaining their jobs, keeping their pay going up as much as somebody who turns up in the office, etc. But certainly, I'm pretty sure that the 2+3 or 3+2 days per week is going to become a lot more normal than any of these other variants.
Sam, what else are we looking at? So, we talk about the virus, almost day in, day out. I don't know whether it's variations that are on your radar, whether it's booster shots, still one of the main questions, or whether it's actually just, that we need vaccines in kids, given the number of infections of children in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say all of the above. If you think about all the issues that people are worrying about, the new variant now, only a little while ago, we were talking about epsilon, lambda, gamma, delta, alpha, everything, right? So we have to learn that this virus continues to mutate and that we are still dealing with vaccines that if they are fully effective, and that goes back to the booster or third shot, we are going to be able to manage to reduce the impact of the virus. And of course, onto that third shot, I call it the third shot most of the time, because I think we might be coming to the conclusion that actually these vaccines were never two-dose vaccines, at least those of the mRNA vaccines, and always required a third shot, which then comes to the conference that you mentioned, President Biden having. If that is the case, then what does that mean for the global rollout of vaccines and for the developing world?
And so what does it mean, Sam? Does it mean, do we need to wait to make sure that emerging markets have enough booster shot or have enough vaccine first?
Yeah, so if it truly ends up being a vaccine for either company, Pfizer, BioNTech or Moderna, that requires 3 doses to be fully immunized, then you have to assume, therefore, as opposed to needing 2 times, say, 8 billion doses for the world, we're going to need 3 times 8 billion doses. So what is the right thing there to do? If in the United States or the United Kingdom, you have significant drop in efficacy against severe disease, I think that's going to be very difficult to tell people that, I'm sorry, I'm going to send your vaccines to another country so that they can have the first and second dose, even if it's the ethical thing to do.